In this video, we're going to cover the best countries for dropshipping and what the best shipping methods are for each country. So if I choose a random product, I'll go for skipping ropes. I know that's really random, but okay. Because let's assume you found the right product, you found the right supplier, you've got a winning product in your first country that you choose, which I normally do is the United States or the United Kingdom. And you've got, a lot of sales, and now what you want to do is scale globally. Now, there's two parts of this. So there's obviously choosing the right country, but also the right shipping method per country, because you can get some countries where one shipping method is really good and the other one's awful, but you don't know which is which. So I'm just going to quickly run through the best countries and the best shipping methods for you, so you can sort of get a good idea. All right. I don't know why I'm choosing the right product when this is just to do with the actual country. So let me just randomly choose this one. Most suppliers will ship to the same countries as all the other ones, so you don't need to go and manually search through which suppliers are shipping to which countries. Normally they all ship to all of the major countries, and they're the ones you want to be targeting anyway. So if I go here, and you can have a look at the list here. So I'll list the ones where I've made the most sales. So number 1 is the United Kingdom. Number 2 is the United States, wherever that is. All right, I won't search for each one. Here it is. And then the next one is actually Germany. So a lot of people avoid Germany because their shipping is quite slow compared to the other two major countries, the US and UK. And their tracking isn't that great, but I get a lot of sales from Germany. Like I said, it's number 3 after the UK and the United States. So don't be afraid to do Germany. And then, in fact, let me just go through and I'll do the shipping methods at the same time. So for the United Kingdom, I use China Post registered airmail because that has got tracking with Royal Mail, which is our national mail provider. So that's really good, and it's very quick as well. Some suppliers often offer e-packet as well, but it's normally more expensive. And it's basically the exact same route as what China Post Airmail takes. So I normally choose China Post Airmail over ePacket just for the United Kingdom because it normally gets here faster and it's cheaper. So the United States, I'm not even going to go there, just used ePacket. That's by far the fastest. And then that uses the USPS First Class International Service, which also has tracking with the USPS website. So use ePacket for the United States. For Germany, I either use AliExpress standard shipping or China Post Airmail, and neither of them have the same level of tracking as the US or UK, but they do show when an item has been delivered. So you won't get customers who are saying, oh, my order hasn't been delivered when it actually has, because you can still prove that quite easily. They do confirm that for you. So use either one of these two, whichever one's cheaper. They're roughly the same. I have actually found that recently. I used to use AliExpress standard shipping, but recently, ever since I think January, China Post Airmail has been delivering faster for me. So maybe test both when you're just starting, but I would probably focus on China Post Airmail if you want a more likelihood of success. So do that. And then my next one was Australia. And Australia, so they don't offer it here. Use if your supplier has ePacket, use ePacket because that has tracking on the Australia Post website, and it's very quick. I think it's normally between 1 and 2 weeks. But failing that, stick to China Post Airmail. As a general rule, always try to use either China Post Airmail, AliExpress shipping, or ePacket. Like, they're the 3 major ones that normally offer tracking. I'm just going to go through my top countries, maybe top 10, and give you the specific one which has worked the best for me, because they might all work kind of similarly in terms of delivery speed, but some do have a clear winner for speed and tracking. So for Australia, it's ePacket, not China Post Airmail. So try and do that. And then the next one is, so if you're interested in doing advertising like on Facebook or Instagram, I target all the countries I've just covered. I target them separately, but for the next ones, I group them. So Scandinavia, I group together. So that's, let's go through each one. So you've got Norway, and they don't have it. So again, you'll have to for this particular example, you'll have to default to China Post Airmail. But for the Scandinavia, so Norway, Sweden, Denmark, and Finland, so they're the 4 I do AliExpress shipping, because again, AliExpress shipping has tracking on their national mail provider, which is Post Nord. So if they offer AliExpress shipping, use that over China Post Airmail or ePacket. So I won't just randomly go for each of these countries now. They should have the same setting. So yeah, for Scandinavia, choose AliExpress shipping. And then after that, I do another 3 together. And the reason I do these together for advertising is because the populations are quite small. So I want the audience size to be big enough that I've got room to scale. And for doing that, I choose countries that are quite similar in their demographics. So Scandinavia is obviously very similar. And then the other ones I do are Belgium, Netherlands, and Austria together. So I'll just pick one of them, Netherlands. So for them as well, I use AliExpress shipping. So they've got that available for the Netherlands, which is great. So for those products, for these countries, use AliExpress standard shipping, and of course ePacket or China Post Airmail. And let me see, are there any other countries? Oh yeah, of course, Canada. So Canada for me has actually got the worst delivery for all of them, unless you use ePacket. So China Post Airmail and AliExpress shipping are both really slow. Oh, I've gone past it. The only one that actually does it quite quickly is ePacket, which they don't offer on this supplier. But if you've got a supplier that offers ePacket, then it's fine, because that'll still come in like about 2 to 3 weeks. But for me, that's the worst in terms of delivery speed and tracking if they haven't got ePacket. So it's a great market, but just be aware that delivery speed is very slow if it hasn't got ePacket. And I think they're the main countries. So I think that's about 10. We've got the United States, we've got the United Kingdom, we've got Germany, we've got the Scandinavian countries, the 4 of those, and then we've got Belgium, Netherlands, and Austria, and Canada. So they're the main countries I've got sales from. There are other countries you could be thinking of, like, hey Nick, what about Italy or Spain? So the suppliers I've used, they charge, surprisingly, I don't know why, a lot higher for shipping to Spain and Italy. It might be cheaper for your particular product, so definitely look. But the other reason I don't like Italy in particular is their shipping time is even slower than Canada's for some reason, which I'm actually quite surprised about, because they're in Europe, so I'm not sure about that. But they are very, very, very slow. And Spain, I just haven't had much luck with in terms of the actual cost of shipping. Like, it's ridiculous. It's like $3 or something as the smallest option, and for me, I didn't really want to pay that because I had better options in other countries. So you can check those out, but those countries that I've just mentioned, the top 10ish, they're the ones that have gotten me by far the most sales. So focus on those, and hopefully you'll get the same results.